Mining in Sierra Leone, hope and destruction. A nation rich beneath the soil, yet hungry above it. Sierra Leone is a land blessed with extraordinary natural wealth. Beneath its soil lies diamonds, rutile, bauxite, gold, and iron ore. Minerals that have attracted international corporations and global attention for decades. Diamond mining in the country began in the 1930s. Rutile and bauxite mining activities expanded during the 1920s, while iron ore exploration intensified throughout the early 20th century. Today, the Tonkalili mine stands among Africa's largest iron ore deposits, estimated to contain more than 12 billion tons of iron ore. To many observers, Sierra Leone should be among the most prosperous nations in Africa. Yet, the reality visible on the faces of ordinary citizens tells a different story. The country remains trapped in a painful contradiction. A nation rich in resources, yet struggling with poverty, unemployment, hunger, and weak public infrastructure. Across mining communities, forests that once sheltered wildlife and protected rivers have become barren lands scarred by excavation. Streams that once nourished villages are polluted or depleted. Arable lands are abandoned or damaged, while food insecurity continues to rise. In many rural communities, people can no longer depend fully on farming because fertile lands have been overtaken by mining concessions. And while billions of dollars in minerals leave the country, many citizens continue to live without reliable healthcare, electricity, clean water, quality schools, or employment opportunities. The question many Sierra Leoneans quietly ask is, how can a nation so rich remain so poor? The human cost of mining. The impact of mining extends beyond economics. It affects the social fabric of the country. Young people increasingly see mining as the quickest route to survival and income. Many abandon education for mining pits, hoping to discover diamonds or gold. In some communities, children work under dangerous conditions. According to the Business and Human Rights Resource Center, child labor is widespread in Sierra Leone, despite laws against it. In the bigger cities, children often work on breaking granite rocks into gravel, sold for cement production. Child miners, known locally as half-shovels, are heavily involved in the country's diamond mining sites. This reality is not merely an economic problem. It is a national development crisis. A country cannot sustainably grow when its children exchange classrooms for mining pits. The illusion of wealth reports indicate that Sierra Leone's mineral export revenues reached approximately $930 million in 2025. On paper, these figures appear impressive. But economic growth should not only be measured by export statistics. The true measure of national growth should be visible in food security, access to healthcare, quality education, roads and infrastructure, employment opportunities, stable electricity and water systems, improved living standards. Yet many communities continue to experience high unemployment, rising food prices, school dropouts, poor healthcare systems, rural poverty, youth migration, dependence on imported food. The minerals leave, but the suffering often remains. Why agriculture must become the national priority? Sierra Leone possesses one of the greatest untapped agricultural potentials in West Africa. The country has vast fertile land, favorable rainfall, rivers and wetlands, a youthful population, rich biodiversity. Yet agriculture remains underdeveloped. Ironically, a country capable of feeding itself still imports large amounts of food. This must change. Agriculture should no longer be treated as a subsistence activity for rural communities. It should become the backbone of national economic transformation. A new national vision, from extraction to production. The future of Sierra Leone should not depend solely on digging minerals from the ground. It should focus on building sustainable productivity above the ground. Agricultural industrialization. Government should prioritize rice production, cassava processing, cocoa and coffee expansion, palm oil production, fisheries, livestock farming, and vegetable and fruit processing industries. Instead of exporting raw materials only, Sierra Leone should process products locally to create jobs and retain value within the economy. The educational system should be redesigned toward agricultural science, food technology, and mechanized farming, irrigation engineering and renewable energy, construction and manufacturing, alongside entrepreneurship. Young people should graduate not only seeking jobs, but capable of creating industries. One of the greatest paradoxes in Sierra Leone is this. Water flows abundantly during the rainy season, yet farms suffer drought during dry periods. The nation must invest in irrigation systems, water reservoirs, and community dams, solar-powered farming technologies, and climate-smart agriculture. Agriculture cannot depend entirely on seasonal rainfall. Most of Sierra Leone's population lives outside major urban centers. National growth must therefore begin in rural communities through farm-to-market roads, rural electricity, agricultural cooperatives, storage facilities, access to credit for farmers, affordable transportation systems. When rural economies grow, national stability improves. Mining itself is not the enemy. The challenge lies in governance, accountability, and national priorities. A percentage of mining revenues should be legally allocated toward agriculture, education, healthcare, environmental restoration, youth empowerment programs. Communities affected by mining should directly benefit from the resources extracted from their land. Restoring the land, restoring the nation. Development should not destroy the future. Forests must be protected. Mining sites must be rehabilitated. Trees must be replanted. Rivers must be restored. And the youth must be redirected toward innovation, education, agriculture, and entrepreneurship. Because the true wealth of Sierra Leone is not only beneath the soil, it is within its people, the farmer cultivating rice, the student studying under candlelight, the young entrepreneur, the teacher, the nurse, the engineer, the fisherman, the innovator. These are the foundations of sustainable national growth. Conclusion. Sierra Leone stands at a crossroads. One path continues dependence on extraction, environmental destruction, and unequal wealth distribution. The other path builds food security, technical education, industrial agriculture, and sustainable economic growth. Minerals may enrich a nation temporarily, but agriculture feeds generations. And a country that cannot feed its people can never truly call itself developed.